Welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I bring you new technologies, the best providers, and introduce you to some of the top professionals in the industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'm thrilled to have Jush Danielson, the AVP in Sales Alliance and ACC Business, an expert with over 2 decades of experience driving innovation and growth in the telecom industry. Today, Jush will discuss AT&T's channel strategy, competitive portfolio, and how AT&T is improving the advisor experience. Jush, you made it! You're on the Top Gun Show.
It's good to see you, Steve.
Nice to see you as well. Well, hey, looking over your LinkedIn profile, I see that I think you're new to the channel, but not new to AT&T, obviously. You've served in various marketing, technology, and sales leadership roles, and you're over 23 years, I think, experience there. So why don't you tell us about, you started when you were 10, right? With AT&T? Is that the
12, technically 12, but yeah,
12, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you talk about your path there and your new role, leading the growth for ACC Business and AT&T through the TSDs?
Absolutely. So yes, you're right. You've done your research. I've been with the company for 23 years, done all kinds of things within the company, primarily in sales, primarily in direct enterprise. And then I've done a number of different rotations, operations, marketing, complex deals. And then for the last 2.5 years, I actually have been in the channel. I have been in indirect. I've actually been running our technology center of excellence, which is, think of it as kind of like the support structure for the channel program within AT&T. And then when this opening happened, I was tapped on the shoulder and asked to kind of take the helm. And I was like, absolutely. And the reason why I was like so gung-ho about it is because AT&T has been focused on indirect for the last couple of years, but then really in the last year, we're indexing heavily on indirect. And so I said yes, started December 1st. And in my first 30 days, I was out there in the market, meeting with the distributors, meeting with partners, trying to understand the landscape and the opportunity. And it was like light bulbs went off because yes, I'd been around the channel for a while, but never specifically the TSD side. And after meeting them, it was like, oh my gosh, there is so much opportunity for us, AT&T, through the TSDs that it got me even more excited. I came back and within AT&T, I was like, told everybody, look, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity here for us if we can get the partnership right, if we can remove some of the friction. And so we did a couple of meetings, brought in some distributors who met with our executives, did this thing called Day in Dallas, which was awesome. I've talked about it previously. And then from there, it's been like game on. We're all focused here to make sure that we create an experience that's much improved.
That's great. So you're going to be like WD-40 on the experience. You're going to make it a frictionless experience for the sales partners, right? I love that. Talk a little bit about
not fully frictionless, but yes, definitely less.
Well, the industry is not frictionless. There is friction with technology, and especially the size of the network that you guys have. I mean, that's pretty incredible. So everyone knows AT&T. Everyone knows that you are the leader, and you've got the biggest and most robust network. Talk a little bit about AT&T's current channel-focused strategy that you're driving.
Yeah, so I'd say it's, our strategy is, it's a couple of things. First off, as I mentioned, make sure that from a support perspective, we have the right teams in place in order to support the TSD community. And so over the course of the last year, we've actually grown our back office. So that's Center of Excellence, our marketing team, our strategy team. We've actually grown it 3x to make sure that we've got the right people in place so that if there is an issue, we can handle it in a proactive way. The other thing that we're doing is we're focusing on automation. So you mentioned it before. There's a tremendous amount of friction within the industry itself, within our industry. And so how do we remove it? A big focus for all of us should be automation. So we're leveraging our partnership with Cable Finder. We're leveraging our partnership with ConnectBase. We're allowing the TSDs to connect to our APIs directly. Again, because the more that we can streamline that process of qualifying, quoting, ordering, the better it is for all of us.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Those are great initiatives. Fast forward to, the end of the year, 2025, the end of the calendar year. When you look back at what you want to accomplish in this calendar year, what would you have to accomplish for you to look back and go, I did it. I did it. We had a great year. Obviously, sales growth and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, what is it that you're trying to accomplish this year?
Yeah, I think it's two things. So we actually made a commitment to the board earlier this year that we're going to do more in indirect. That's huge. We've never done that before. And when you make a commitment like that to the board, guess what? You don't go back on it. We have to do more in indirect. So you're right. Sales growth, absolutely need to do that. For me personally, I think there's a few partners out there, some large partners, some large trusted advisors that did business with AT&T, a few years ago, got burned for, one reason or another, and they stopped doing business with us. I want them to come back. I want us to win them back and prove to them that we are a new and improved channel organization. So that's a personal challenge for me. So I've been going out in the market. I've been meeting with them. Some of them have been like, you know what, I'm going to give you a try. And they actually are trying us. And thank God that, the experience is better, which is fantastic. I've had a couple of others. I had one yesterday that's like, you know what? Great, Jush. You're saying all the right things, but I need to be a little bit more cautious. I'm like, that's fine. Wait on the sidelines for 60 days. Go ask your counterparts how their experience is. And when they say it's good, I hope you jump in too. So I can be patient, but my goal is by the end of the year, all the biggest partners out there should be doing business with AT&T.
Well, I love it. I love it. And the thing the intangible here is you. Like you really are not only saying the right things, but I can tell you're passionate about winning business through the indirect sales channel, and the buck stops with you. Like, call me. You have a problem? I want to meet you face to face. And so I love it. I love what you're doing here. So thanks for sharing that on the show today. I appreciate it. I know you're a big fan of the Top Gun show, and I know that there are millions and millions and millions of people tuning in right now to find out something personal about you. So why don't you tell the viewers a fun little known fact about yourself?
Sure, absolutely. So my name is Jush. That's the way you know me, but my full name is actually Manjusha. It's of Indian descent, and the interesting fact would be it's always been Manjusha until I got to college, and then my college roommate was like, "That is not going to work for me," and she actually shortened it to Jush. So anyone pre-college knows me as Manjusha. Anyone post-college knows me as Jush.
This is the stuff you can only find out on the Top Gun show. So I appreciate you sharing that. Kudos to your college roommate, because I think it's stuck and it's all over LinkedIn and everything. So, hey, I know you're busy. Thank you so much for carving out time out of your schedule to be on the show today. I really appreciate it. I hope to have you back soon and you can give us an update on what's going on.
Sounds good. Excellent. Thanks, Steve. Great spending time
Thanks for
with you.
You too. Thanks for watching, everybody.